There is a version of you right now living the life you call your dream. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Seth said, all probable selves exist now. They are as real as the self you know. This is in Seth Speaks, session 556. But if that reality exists now, why don't you experience it? Why does life sometimes feel like you're repeating the same emotional patterns your parents lived through? Well, according to Seth, the answer is simple but revolutionary. You are already shifting between infinite realities every moment. But your beliefs act as the filters that determine which version you can perceive. Today, we're going to break this down the Seth way. How your beliefs create your reality, how you choose probable worlds, how emotional frequency is a translation of belief, and how to access the version of yourself who already lives in freedom, abundance, and joy. Now, Seth explained very clearly that you do not live in one fixed universe. Reality is not a straight line. Reality is a field of simultaneous probabilities, each one already existing. Seth said, you choose from an infinite variety of probable events. The choosing is done at an inner level of consciousness. That's from the Nature of Personal Reality, session 614. In other words, you're not traveling through time. You are selecting frames of reality at incredible speed. Your consciousness flickers between these frames millions of times per second, but you only experience the versions of reality that match your current beliefs. I didn't say your wishes. I did not say your hopes. I said your beliefs. If you believe life is hard, you perceive the timeline where life confirms that. If you believe support exists, you perceive the timeline where it appears effortlessly. Your parents' fears, their wounds, their ideas about money or success, those formed your early beliefs. And as Seth said, you form the reality that you know, not the reality that is. That's from the Nature of Personal Reality, session 625. And the meaning of that is you are not seeing what is possible. You are seeing what you were trained to expect. Remember back when you were small, you accepted beliefs without question. Those beliefs became the architecture of your perception. Seth wrote, your early beliefs become the lenses through which you view the world and the grids through which you perceive experience. That comes from the Nature of Personal Reality in session 609. So, the reality you are living today is not your destiny. It's not God's mysterious plan. It is your unexamined beliefs replaying themselves. If your mother feared failure, you inherited the expectation of failure. If your father believed money was scarce, you internalized scarcity. You think you are making free choices, but Seth says, you see and experience only what you believe. That comes from the Nature of Personal Reality, session 619. Your beliefs select your world. Now, Seth taught that emotions are not reactions. They are indicators of the beliefs you hold. When you feel fear, when you feel irritation, anger, or hopelessness, you are tuning into a reality consistent with those beliefs. Seth said, emotion is your action taken upon your beliefs in the Nature of Personal Reality, session 625. Just like tuning a radio station. You cannot hear classical music while tuned into heavy metal. Likewise, you cannot perceive a joyful timeline while tuned into a belief of unworthiness. Shift the belief. The emotion changes. The reality you perceive, it changes. Not gradually, immediately. Because the moment your belief shifts, you select a new probable reality. Now, one of Seth's most famous teachings is the point of power is in the present. That was from The Nature of Personal Reality, session 614. This means your past does not blind you. You are not trapped by your upbringing. You are not defined by what happened to you. The you who struggled yesterday is not the same you who is choosing right now. Each present moment is a fresh launching point into a brand new probability. Your childhood is shaped by beliefs, yes, but those beliefs exist now, which means they can be changed now. And when the belief changes, your entire experience reality reorganizes to match it. Now, we all know that Seth explained that you exist as a multi-dimensional being with countless probable selves. You are a multi-dimensional personality existing in many realities at once. And this is from Seth Speaks, session 560. Right now, there is a version of you who is confident, that's successful, that's emotionally free, that's abundant. And that version is as real as the you who doubts yourself. You don't become that version. You don't become that version. You tune into it. And tuning is done through belief, through emotion, through expectation. Seth says your inner self constantly guides you towards the versions of reality that match your growth. The inner self is aware of all probable choices and helps you make the most beneficial selections. That's from Seth Speaks, session 561. This means you're never alone. You're always being nudged towards better timelines. But you must stop insisting on the old ones. Okay, so now we reach the practical part. How to change realities in a way Seth directly taught. Number 1, identify the belief behind the emotion. Ask, what must I believe to feel this way? Seth insisted, beliefs generate emotions. That's from The Nature of Personal Reality, session 625. So find the belief, change the belief, the emotional frequency shifts, the reality shifts. Number 2, choose the new belief right now. Not through affirmation, no. Not through forcing, no. Through decision. Seth wrote, you change your reality by changing your beliefs. And you change your beliefs through conscious choice. That's from The Nature of Personal Reality, session 633. Number 3, act as if the new reality is already true. This is not pretending. This is aligning with the probable self who already lives that reality. Seth said, assume the feeling of the desired act. This is the method of creation. That's from The Magical Approach, notes 1. When you behave as the version of you who is already free, already supported, already empowered, you enter that timeline. It's that simple. Number 4, expect the shift. Expectation is the lock on the door between probabilities. Seth said, expectation is the force that draws from probabilities the events you experience. That's from Seth Speaks, session 584. What you expect, you experience. Number 5, use your imagination. Your imagination is the selector of reality. Seth taught imagination and belief are the keys that affect physical change, and that's in The Nature of Personal Reality, session 627. Imagination is not fantasy. It's not fantasy. It is the steering wheel of your consciousness. Imagine, expect, emotion, reality. This is the mechanics of parallel reality shifting from Seth's framework. I want you to remember, you are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not limited. You are a multidimensional creator, selecting your experience from infinite possibilities. The version of you who already lives your highest joy exists right now. To meet that self, you don't have to fight the current reality. You simply tune your beliefs to match the world you prefer to enter next. Because just as Seth said, you are in the middle of creating a new world for yourself at this very moment. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until the next time, peace. If you found something in this video that sparked a thought, shifted your perspective, or just made you feel more grounded, consider showing some love by buying me a coffee. It helps fuel the channel, keeps the uploads coming, and lets me know that the content matters to you. The link's right below in the description or on my channel banner. No pressure, just appreciation if you're moved to support. And as always, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you. Peace.